Welcome everybody. Alright, so I'm live and that was really weird. Sorry for that. I'm gonna go and talk about my school, and this is actually really weird. Okay, so this video is going to be live after I upload it, so you guys can watch it whenever. Today I'm gonna go over everything you need to know about self-education and dropping out of high school. So we're gonna get into the video, and thanks for watching. Alright, so I tried to make an intro, it didn't work. Keep in mind, this is my first live. It's literally kind of scary. I'm used to editing the video first before I'm happy posting it. This is really interesting. So I'm going to start with the elephant in the room, which is Jade dropping out of high school? Or what's another one I've heard? Oh yeah, she just dropped out. She doesn't care about school. Today I'm going to talk about all of that because I think it's important to let you guys know what's up and to confirm your suspicions. So I'm gonna start. I created a little schedule, and guys, you can leave me comments and questions about dropping out as I speak. But in the beginning, I'm gonna talk about what I did, how I got here, and then why I did it. And then after that, I'm gonna tell you my future plans. So if that's cool, I'm gonna go do that. So basically, what I did is, or what I'm now is, I'm not in school. Um, I have one class a day, and it's leadership. And I'm part of it's called an ASB. It's like the associate student body, and that's the class I'm in for that, helping the school, serving the needs of the school. Leadership, if you guys are familiar with that. And that's the only class I go to. Yeah, and I actually don't, I go to school, but like I have meetings that also interfere with it, so it's actually been really hard currently. So yeah, I have one class a day, and I'm gonna teach you how I got here. I'm not gonna teach you guys because I'm not an advocate of dropping out of school. And let me just clarify, I'm not a dropout. Like, by definition, I'm not a dropout because if you guys want to hear my further plans, I'm actually going back to school. So the way my school works is there's like a running start program and there's like actual high school. The running start is when you go to like a college and take your classes there. And I did that. I went to school. So I'm a junior this year, so I went to school for like 3 days. I was like, yeah, I'm done here. So I like immediately switched out to Clark, and then I went to Clark for a good week. And then, guys, I don't recommend this. And then I was like, you know what? I talked to my dad, and I was like, Dad, I barely can go to school, and I'm leaving because I'm going out of the country for a month. So I was like, what do I do? And I stayed in college or Clark for the longest time. I stayed. By the way, guys, this video is going to be in like 15 minutes, hopefully, so maybe grab a snack. I see you guys are watching, so that's great. Thank you. You guys can leave me comments. And I see your guys' live chats, and I'll get back to you really soon. So, as I was saying, I talked to my dad, and when I say like I dropped out, let me just tell you there's a lot of meticulous calculation and structure and a lot of advice I had to seek. So please don't take the misunderstanding. I'm just like, yeah, just like peace out. Like, no, it was very calculative, and I talked to my parents a lot. So by the time I was in Clark and it got really busy and I had meetings because my I was working really hard at my digital agency and creating content. I wanted to take this thing seriously, and I knew that school is a problem. Now keep in mind I am a huge advocate for education and knowledge, but honestly the classes I was taking was boring as shit. So I had to make a tough decision to further my education, like get my diploma, high school, all that standard stuff, or go for my business. Now, keep in mind, even if I fail, like I put so much structure and systems to the point where I can get my diploma back. I could go back to school. So this is not the end of the world. My decision to go step back from regular classes is not the end of the world. And I'm going to tell you guys my plans later. But back to how I did it is what I did is I talked to my counselor. I talked to my mom, I talked to my dad, I talked to my leadership teacher. Guys, I don't know how much to explain how grateful and kind of like freaking surprised I was when they told me, they were like, yeah, we support you. I'm just like, what? Like, I was like, no way. Like, I was like, when I went to the room, I was like, to my counselor, I was like, okay, hopefully he's not mad at me. Like, hopefully he doesn't think I'm psychotic. And he's like, the reaction was really positive, and I was really surprised. He was just like, go for it. And I was just like, wait, what? Like, you want me to? And he's like, no, no, no. So now I'm going to tell you guys the process after. So basically, what I'm doing for everyone who's wondering, like, are you a dropout? I'm like, no. But what I'm doing is I'm taking a step back from taking classes this year so I can go out of the country and not miss a bunch of assignments. And then in the 2018 school year, like January, when I come back from, I go to Europe actually. After I come back from Europe for a business trip, I will go back to online school. So like taking those college courses, and then and then I don't know what after. But I'm going to go back to school if that is if that's what you guys were wondering. I am still a huge advocate, and you know what? The reason why I did it, people are like, why? Why would you have this? Like, I do have this delusional ambition, like borderline delusional, that I can do something I'm passionate about. It doesn't help that my parents are really supportive too. I mean, they're go-getters and they're telling me to go for it. And the reason why I'm dropping out is, I hate the word dropout. Can we just say withdrawal? I'm withdrawing from my classes, because this is just for this year. Just because, you know, the first few months of a startup business is when you really need to be dialed in. But guys, I did not drop out to drop out. I withdrew from my classes to rethink and give me more time to steer in the right direction, because the last thing I want to do is be burnt out. And guys, being burnt out is a physical problem. Like, some people who get burnt out, aka I'm sure my parents were in college, like, it's a physical and mental like problem, and it's hard to recover from. So guys, I rather not, if people care about my mental health. But back to why is because, guys, I used to, I don't know if people know this, because probably people think I'm an idiot and stupid, but I used to be an AP student. If you guys don't know what AP is, it's like the highest class, right? The advanced placed class. You know, these were, I used to be the top, I think like 10% of my grade. Like, you know what? The thing is, I am a smart person, but to be at that point, I really had to study, and like, I remember crying so much just because I was like crying to my parents. I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm not smart. I don't know why I'm getting C's, and I'm in these hard classes, and I knew it was like not a good fit. I kept going though. I like passed my AP classes with luck. Like, I'm a hard worker and I love studying. I really do. Math was my favorite subject until I don't know how I just became shit at it. But yeah, I was in calculus, guys. I think I was a smart person, and it really did teach me how to be disciplined. And homework was another story. Like, I did not like homework. But that's just to show you that I do love education, and I'm not dropping out to not learn anymore, because I love learning. I'm just doing this to focus. And guys, I'm gonna be honest, school doesn't teach you anything, and at least in my career, like, leadership is probably the only class that will teach me life, like how to carry on with my life. I'm just gonna be completely honest. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to get a job, go to school. Like, please go to school. Like, you know, like, I don't want any lawyers or doctors that are just like a dropouts. Like, that'd be a little bit suspicious to work around. But keep in mind, I am a startup. I'm a business, and people are like, Jade, if you drop out, you won't get a job. I'm like, guys, that's the point. Like, I don't want to be someone's, you know, toy. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I will get a job. That's not a horrible thing. It's just like, guys, I'm a startup. I'm a business. Like, my own personal brand does not require calculus, right? And to be honest, if it's crazy how people won't wake up from this kind of alarming situation that jobs are going to be, majority of them will be replaced by technology and robots. And I know that's like, Jade, that's not gonna happen. But you guys, did you freaking did you see like Amazon Key? Like it's gonna replace most of the cleaning services. Like if you wanted to be a janitor for like a backup job, like guys, it's gonna be replaced by automation and technology. So for people that are trying to hang on a thread and go to an Ivy League school and get a job at a really big corporate, that's great. But I don't think it's sustainable. And the only jobs that will be sustainable are going to be the people that are these like delusional thinkers with ambitions, if that makes sense. And I'm not going to say like I'm going to be a millionaire. To be frank, I love the process of struggling and losing everything I have and being stressed because it's a good passion. It's like a good type of stress, if that makes sense. I'm going to look at the comments. You guys you guys are awesomely engaged. Sorry if you guys got to go, but thank you for asking. I'm going to go back to you guys in a second. So hang on. I'm going to talk about my future plans now. So, guys, literally, this book has taught me more than, actually, English was good. English was a good class, guys. I love writing. Writing's really important in selling your ideas and getting your ideas out there. But these couple books have taught me more than my high school experience has, because you know what high school has in addition to great teachers and great education, because America is amazing. High school in America also has a lot of teenage bullshit. So if that teaches you anything, it doesn't, because it doesn't teach you anything. And I already see a comment from Justin, school doesn't teach you how to do your taxes. That is so true. And guys, I'm just saying, like, I'm not a dropout, but I do want to go back to school. And if you want to hear my exact plans, I'm going to keep doing this, which is called self-education. I'm also going to do more of this, which is creating content and learning on the internet. Guys, the internet's so cool. Like, you can learn anything. For example, I'm actually, if you don't know how committed I am to my business or just my self-education, because I'm not trying to say knowledge is not important. I literally spent $1,000 this last month on a self-education course. Like I genuinely just dropped all the money I made from my digital agency like on this one course. And now this year I just got another, like this month I got another course. The value is also another $1,000. So to say like that I'm an idiot, yeah, like probably I am, but you can't, you know, guys, like if this is not taking my business seriously, I don't know what is, because I really do believe that there's so much information on the internet that's at your hands. If you just drop in the investment because it's worth it to you, you can basically learn anything. And yeah, so you guys are still watching. This is awesome. Sorry for the introduction. I was kind of confused, but now I feel more comfortable. And to answer most of your questions, I actually got a question from a DM and I'm going to answer it here, and I'll go through group chat. My goal is after I come back from Europe, I'm going to go back to my online courses, because there's no way I'm going to sit in a classroom, but I'm going to go back to school and do more of this. Way more of this. Self-education, guys. If you don't know, I read a book about like close to every other week I finish one. You know, I'm again back to school. When I was younger, I'm like half Indonesian and Chinese, so the teachers would like say like I'm not that fluent, like my English wasn't that great. And then I got really good. I got a tutor, so I magically became smart. Yeah, guys, I think I am a fast and hardworking learner. But I remember in high school and middle school especially, like I had to hire, my parents felt so bad because my grades were so shit on its own that they hired me tutors, and I just felt stupid because the tutors were like, yeah, she's smart, but I don't know why she's not getting it. And the reason why I wasn't getting it because I freaking didn't care about it. Like, I don't know how that makes, if you guys can relate, but if I'm passionate about something, like I put my 110% in it, and I feel that way in a lot of things, like writing. Writing's important, and reading now. I used to hate reading, but look at me, guys. These are just a few examples of my books. I do a lot of audiobooks. Okay, back to my question from Instagram, you guys. So someone asked me, follow me on Instagram, what do you think about studying at college? Like, what do you think about marketing at school? Is it worth to get your college degree and MBA? basically further education. So beyond high school, guys, I do want to go to university. If you don't know, my dream school is USC, and I want to get my MBA there. I just can't afford it. And even if I stayed in school, guys, did you think I was gonna be able to get in? Like, USC is super expensive. Although my parents were alumni, I still, again, guys, it goes back to me struggling in school and it wasn't my thing. Standardized tests are stupid. Sorry. I do want to go back to USC. So when George asked me that question, thank you for the question. Honestly, yes, if you can afford it, go to marketing school. But if you can't afford it, don't go to marketing school. Like, student loans are not it's not the way to go. I don't think that's necessarily your only option, just to go to college just to do what you want. I'm wearing this fur coat and I feel like people think I'm super rich. I'm not. Sorry, this is actually faux fur and I got it at Goodwill. Guys, I'm super I like to get a good deal on stuff, so if my room looks lavish, well, actually this looks trash. Anyways, back to college. My plan is to take my online courses and then go to college. There's going to be a break in between finishing high school and then going to university because, guys, the amount of money you need to go to USC is a little bit out of hand unless I can sustain a stable income, which I'm working on. So, guys, it goes back to me wanting to get more education and get to learn more. But USC is a gold mine. But guys, this is kind of the catch. I talked to my counselor, and he said that I shouldn't get my diploma. Backtrack. That's gonna sound really weird. He basically said I don't have to get my diploma, my high school diploma, if I don't want to, because in America, I don't know. I think most of you guys are in America, but I have a couple UK friends. But there's so many systems and credits you have to get to graduate, and if you don't, then you don't walk down the aisle with your friends. And that's not a huge thing for me. Like, I don't honestly care if I walk down with everyone. Like, not many people know this, but my missions don't rely on getting a certification from a high school degree. And my counselor, I don't know if his message was telling me to drop out, but he just told me there's a form for me to sign with my parents, of course, that if I don't want to get my diploma, I don't have to. So when I go back to my online school, my credit system is all up to me. I basically only take the classes I want, and no one's telling me what to do because I'm taking the classes that I want, and then what's the benefit? Guys, like, I don't have to take a stupid class. Like, I don't know if that's good enough already for me to do that. But that's an option for me. So for everyone that's like, Jade, are you going to graduate? I don't know. And that's not a huge problem to me because, listen, if I want to go to USC, guys, there's so many ways to go about education, and you do not have to get your high school diploma to live a healthy and happy life. There's so many people that drop out and then go to community college, and there's people who just do online school, then go to a 4-year university. My point is, if you want to do something and you're passionate about it, make the calculative move, calculate how much income you have, talk to your parents, and then drop out. Or withdraw. Just take it slow. You don't need to rush. And I don't recommend people, again, I'm not an advocate for dropping out. And frankly, this title is probably clickbait because I did not drop out. So with that being said, yeah, you guys, I love you so much, and I really appreciate the support. I'm going to hop on live a little bit more because this was fun, and I'm going to quickly go over comments and questions, but thank you for sticking with me. It's a 19-minute live stream, sorry. Hey Monica, what's up? Did you drop out? Anna, I did not drop out. I'm just currently taking a break. Macy said, did you enjoy only having one class? Do you regret any of it? And what are you going to be doing in Europe? Thank you for these questions, Macy. I kind of miss you, Macy. Do I enjoy having one class? No. It is hella awkward. Like, the amount of disconnect there is because I'm not really a student. Keep in mind, I am on ASB. I am actually 2 club presidents. Sorry, I didn't mean to flex like that, but I am really still involved. It's just hella awkward because you're only in one class. People give you so much shit. The amount of times people yell across the classroom and say, "Shade's a drop," it's just kind of It's kind of funny and a little bit weird. It's just kind of awkward. But do I regret it? Do I regret it? Some days, yes, some days I do. But then I realize I'm here for a reason, and I believe in myself, so I guess I don't regret it. And what are you going to be doing in Europe? So in Europe, I'm going to be studying there. I'm going to meet a few business people, have a meeting. And honestly, when I say I'm going to Europe to study, people are always like, oh, or I was like, oh, what college are you going to? Like, what are you studying? I'm like, no, I'm studying about business. I'm really trying to have a little more clarity. Right now, I'm not sure if you guys know, but I'm really not in a dilemma, guys. Opportunity is everywhere, but there's so much direction. I don't know where to go. So when I go to Europe, I'm planning to just get a little more clarity, step outside from the States, and see where I want to go and meet the people that are going to help me to get there. And it's more of me self-developing in my mental state. School doesn't, yes, yes, Justin, yes. George says, spending money on self-education is always a good idea. You guys are right. Thanks for sticking by, guys. If you have any questions, I don't want you to, I just don't want people to think I'm an advocate for it. Like, I think there's a little stigma around people who drop out, and I never ever thought I was going to be one of them. Because I'm not, if that makes sense. I'm just taking a break, and I'll resume my school back when I come back. And to be honest, my professor was legit like, yeah, she probably needs to leave my classroom because I can tell she's not you know, when you're like, you're physically there, but mentally you're not there. Like, that was me throughout my whole 16 years of living. Again, I'm only interested in what I want to be. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave me a comment if you guys have any. But for now, I'll see you in my next video. And subscribe. Goodbye.